Once again on a Monday night. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Yes, we're back. And we weren't here last week because we had to do a sabbatical. Like that. All right. Welcome to Smooth Sailing with AJ Sand, the show for Generation X right here on My Radio Chicago. It's on the Support District Radio Network, where it's what, people?
More than radio.
Now, Felice, you have to be in on this. You've been here a million times. You know how this works.
But you don't know the new thing we do.
Well, the new thing, right. So let's go through it, and then she can see after that, and then you can explain it to her.
Okay, so we got to do it again.
All right, so on the Support District Radio Network, where's what, my people?
More than radio.
Because
we podcast.
There you go. So now you have to explain to her when we get to that point how that works. It's rather easy because she's super intelligent, and then we're going to do it just like that.
Okay.
All right.
I'm the producer.
Our special guest is in the building. Felice, a best something. You hear me yelling. You've seen the commercials. You've seen all the advertising. Here she is, live and in the flesh, Miss Felice Searles, CEO of Nancy's Homecare.
Yeah. I've been doing pretty good.
I see you got your face all over the place. Looking
Billboards all over Chicago.
Billboards and carrying on.
Yeah.
Commercials and
And all types of shenanigans and stuff.
We're going to get into it with her. But you know how we always do. We start off with our weekends. And I'm going to start off with Mo Green on this Monday. And welcome back, sir.
Appreciate
in the house. You're in the house. Yeah. Speaker of the house. How you been, man? How was your weekend?
Oh, man, you know, my weekend was beautiful. You know, had a minor setback over the weekend. But, you know, when you cover by the blood of God, you know what I'm saying? You don't let minor stuff like that.
That's right.
So now, while I have this opportunity to Mr. TMJ, you know who you are. And that post I put up today, yes, sir, that was for you. And I love when people think they didn't came up on a come up.
Yeah.
Because that come up was a setup. So you're not in them streets like you think you are.
Mm.
So my weekend was beautiful. I'm glad to be back here. Be back here with my beautiful brothers. Hey, man. And I appreciate y'all for riding down on me today, man.
Hey, that's what we do, man.
That's
we
why
don't just hang out on the show. We hang out in real life.
That's why I love these guys right here, 35 years plus.
You know what? I'm going to correct you.
Okay.
It's not 35 years.
Well, how long is it, Treasure?
39.
Well, that's a long
almost
time.
40 years.
Okay. Well, 40 years. Okay.
40 years. Almost.
Okay, well, my bad. 40 years.
40. I mean, you ain't say nothing wrong because you did say 35 plus.
Okay,
but, you know,
okay.
I'm exact numbers. So,
okay, well,
give me my 4 years.
man, 100 grand. That's why I love you. But no, like I said, I appreciate that, man. You come riding down on me, man. Yeah, that put me in a better place. So that was my weekend. A little bit warm today, but we all right. So we're gonna take it with a grain of salt because when that winter time comes, y'all be hollering about y'all want the sun. So
can you hear
that
me?
was my weekend in a nutshell. Okay. VP, y'all have y'all little side conversation going on.
They trying to check me while can you hear me? I mean, I should can
you hear me now?
We good. Can the world
but see, you should have these on because you're the you're the producer,
so
you can hear everything.
Okay, I'll
he go back and hear it later on tonight, man. You know, and he
heard every word you say, Bo.
And he want to be one of those kids is doing his own thing. One of these kids is not of the same. So that was my weekend. What about you, VP? How was yours?
Y'all man, me in front of company. Okay, go ahead. Everything is good. You know, everything is good. Can't complain about nothing. I'm gonna say this. For people who out there who know, be who you are. And if you ain't about that life, don't speak on it.
I mean, y'all can stop.
It is what it is. No, but you know, it is what it is. You know, so you know, but if you about that life, be about it. If you're gonna be a man, be a man.
Yeah.
Be a woman, be a woman. That side stuff, I ain't with that. But other than that, everything was good or whatever, man. Talked to my son in North Carolina. Everything is moving right. We got less than 30 days.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
For BJ to get here.
Yeah.
But you be a grandpa?
Yeah. Less than 30 days for BJ to get here.
Yeah, I'm about to be a grandpa. Yeah. You about to be papa?
Welcome to the club, man. Welcome to the club,
man. But technically, I got 4 other ones.
Yeah.
But but
you gotta have 5.
I'm gonna have 5. Pretty much shut that.
All right.
What's up, Mr. Press? How you, man?
I want Felice to go. How was your
Miss
weekend?
Felice? How was your weekend?
Felice?
This is
Homecare right now.
The month has been wonderful.
Yes. I had 2 birthday parties this weekend.
Oh,
one on Friday, one on Saturday. So, and then yesterday I went to church, and then after that I just relaxed.
Right.
Okay. Amen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Went, turned up on Friday and Saturday and went to church and confessed to God and all that. Yeah.
That's how it works.
Here we go. That's how it works.
He knows.
It's all right.
It is written. He knows.
It's all right. It's all right.
Oh wow.
Good stuff. Man, oh man.
So, how about you, man?
My weekend was incredible. Shout out
Did you go back to Jamaica?
No, I did not.
Okay,
that's next week. I'll go next week. Shout out to all the weekend events that took place. Of course, the annual house picnic, Chosen Few. I was not there, but it was off the chain like it always is.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Steppers picnic. I was there. I was actually at that one. And they do their thing always right after the house picnic. They do the Steppers picnic. So shout out to that. I was there. We had a good time.
What was you stepping on?
Which me?
Okay.
People feet.
Concrete. You wear certain shoes. If you're a stepper, you're a stepper. That's non-steppers say things like that. All right, so
step your ass.
An awesome weekend, and just I did a lot of work over the week with Miss Felice, of course.
That's what's up.
We're doing some special projects that'll be out real soon, and just a great weekend. Simple as that. So shout out to all y'all and everybody. We love the weekend. Let's continue to try to be safe out there. Y'all.
Yes,
I'm gonna say that.
Yes.
All right. So yes, sir.
I talked to our winner of our prize.
Oh, Mr. Philip Beck.
Mr. Philip Beck.
Yeah.
And shout out to Philip Beck, class of 1990.
That's right.
The reason why we ain't heard from him or he hasn't come to the show because he starts work at 5:30.
Well, too bad for him because I know spent $50.
No. We gonna give him his prize.
Okay, we'll give it to him.
Well, no, we gonna give him his prize. I'm gonna try to meet up with him in an earlier time and decent time. I'm gonna take pictures or whatever and all that stuff. So, Mr. Philip Beck, he still listens to the show while we working. Hey man, shout out to you,
shout
man.
out to my man.
Yep. So
I spent that $50. But listen up, y'all. Shout out to, first of all, let me say this. Tonight's show is brought to you by Nancy's Homecare. Nancy's Homecare, helping people touching lives. Go to www.nancysHomecare.com or you can give her a call at 773-819-6821. Nancy's Homecare, helping people touching lives. All right. So shout out to class of 1990 that messed around and said AJ can host.
what?
Hey, I'm hosting the Friday night, y'all.
I'm going home.
The elegant, have a good.
Y'all,
Go get you a suit, y'all. Class of 90. If you went to CBS, I need to see you there.
why they got your stuttering?
Yours truly will be hosting that, and we're gonna have a grand old good time. All that's hate. It's hate. It's okay. It's okay. But we're gonna have a good time, y'all. Come out and celebrate our 35th year of being out of
high school.
35 years. Oh my goodness.
Lord have mercy.
Oh my goodness. So it's gonna be awesome.
My children ain't even that old.
I know. And pay your dues, y'all. We gotta get them dues in, so pay them up.
Yeah.
All right, now to our guest, Miss Felice Searles of Nancy's Homecare. Now, what has been going on with you? Give us.
It's been over a year since you've been on here, right?
Yeah, but I see you all the time. So
shut up.
Start off if people haven't seen anything about you and been living on the rock. Tell people who you are.
Okay, so my name is Felice Searles. I am the founder, the CEO of Nancy's Homecare. Thank you. And I'm also the founder of Nancy's Training and Development Center.
Mm.
And at the training center, I think the last time I came, I kind of briefly mentioned the training center, but it wasn't totally open.
It wasn't.
So that was a whole year ago.
Yeah.
So we are open for business. And some of the things we do at the training center is we provide workshops.
Okay.
And we'll talk about that, I'm sure, here soon. But workshops, caregiving related workshops. Also dementia training, that is my specialty. But also we do community events.
Such as
bingo.
Yes.
bingo
Go
is
ahead,
hot.
give me a little thing for
Yeah,
my
yeah.
bingo.
Bingo is hot.
So I love my bingo.
What's his name?
That's right. That's right.
So and then we host bingo as well. So we're going to be doing that this Wednesday.
On
as a matter of
Wednesdays?
fact,
From
this
what
Wednesday.
time to what time?
From 10 to 1. So it's once a month, the third
10
Wednesday of the
a.m.
month.
or
Yes.
10 p.m. to 1 a.m.
That would be after hours.
No,
That ain't bingo. That's poker.
You gotta be 50 over to get in that one. You
no,
gotta be 50 over.
it's daytime bingo.
That count, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
10 a.m. to
Okay,
1
that's
p.m.
what's up.
Yep. So that's pretty much what I've been doing.
So now you said a community event, so the public can come in. Do they
Yes.
have to register? What's the criteria in order to come and play?
So yes, I would love for them to register. That way
Okay.
we would know how many would be there.
Okay, and they will do that back on Nancy's Home Care. And
You
register?
can do Nancy's Home Care, or you can just call.
That's right.
Okay.
You can
So
call.
y'all hear that? So all y'all bingo
819.
blessed, come on down
68.
on Wednesdays, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Third
Nancy-
Wednesday.
Third Wednesday?
Third
The third
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay, there we go.
You've
Third
seen that
Wednesday.
fly out there. You've seen it out there. All right. So it's been a year, and like you said before, you talked about. I'm sorry, Marine. Will you finish?
Yes, I was finna go ahead. No,
You
you
talked
president,
about-
do your thing.
You stopped.
Trump. I mean,
Okay,
We talked about the training center, and now it's fully operational.
Mm.
And you get into these specific healthcare trainings. What are some of those trainings that you offer over there?
So one of the trainings is my dementia care training. Dementia care done right, tips and strategies for family caregivers. And the purpose of this training is to provide, training, education, tips, strategies for family caregivers. And the ideal person for this training is someone that has a loved one, a mother, father, spouse that has some form of dementia.
Mm-hmm.
And they really just need guidance. They need strategies. They need tips on just what to do. And also with this training, this workshop that I'm conducting, I would like to build a community from this, get people together, because not everybody's journey is the same. You have one thing I noticed as a caregiving agency when I'm talking to families, you have people that is in the early stages of dementia. They're starting to see the early signs of it, right? It's not to the point where mom needs 24/7 care. But then I talk to people who are in the latter stages, or they've been on this journey for a few years, and now they're beginning to see some of the more aggressive type behaviors associated with dementia. So what I want to do is just, whether you're in the early stages of it, you're just getting started and you just want to know, okay, how can I prepare to care for my loved one? Or you're in the end of it, right? Or you're in the latter stages where now they're wandering. They're up all night. They're, unable to sleep. They're not eating. How can I manage this behavior? And that's pretty much what it's for, just to provide some tips, not just from me, but also from a community. Because there's, maybe your journey is just getting started, but there's someone else who's been in this journey for a few years. And they can also provide some things that they do, how to get mom into the shower if mom refuses to shower.
So people always hear me say Nancy's Home Care this, Nancy's Home Care that, almost like the Top Dog Law commercial. And I'm going to say it just like that.
Top dog, get Nancy Home Care, get Nancy quality.
Nancy's Home Care, helping people touching lives. So now talk to us about the services that Nancy's Home Care provides.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Nancy's Home Care is a non-medical in-home care agency. We work with seniors and we work with people with disabilities. Services we provide include things like meal preparation. We do light housekeeping. We do medication reminders. Also, we assist with transferring. So, for example, someone is in a wheelchair, bedridden. If you want your loved one to get out of bed, we can assist with that. Grooming and personal hygiene type services. And also companion care.
Good stuff. Nancy's Home Care, helping people touching lives. Now, go to www.nancysHomecare.com. Where are you located?
We're located on 10318 Southwestern Avenue, Chicago. That's where our training center is located. The corporate office is on 10146 Southwestern Avenue.
Awesome stuff. Now, are you hiring caregivers?
We are always hiring.
There you go. Always hiring caregivers.
However, we
There
need
we
a
go.
special type of caregiver.
Yeah.
And
Now
what-
go ahead.
Let's talk about it.
Please.
Let's talk about it. Yeah.
One of the passions of me and my entire team is we want the best. We want people who has a passion who has a heart for this type of work. So we're looking for caregivers who not just trying to get a check. Because so often, I know you fellas work in the industry as well. You see that all the time. They just want to check. We're not looking for that caregiver. We want someone that, number one, really has a desire to help others. That's what we want first. We want someone that understands it's not about me, because you're dealing with seniors, you're dealing with people who have some sort of disability and they can't help themselves, or they may need assistance. So that really have a heart for this type of work. That's what we're really trying to attract. I was talking to my recruiter today, and we had that conversation about, and I was sharing with her, like, what is my ideal? Because what I'm looking to attract for Nancy's, because my passion is dementia care. And I really want families, if you're on the south side, south suburbs of Chicago right now, we'll start, but we're going to expand out. But if you're in Chicagoland area, if you have a parent, a loved one with some form of dementia, I want Nancy's to be your agency of choice.
There you go.
So that's who I'm attracted.
That's right.
But I want the caregivers that we bring in to recognize and know, if you work for Nancy's, you may end up with a dementia client. Okay, so we provide, everybody gets the training now. It ain't no, okay, you working with dementia, so you get additional. Everybody going to get that additional training, because 95% of the calls for services comes from families who call and say, hey, my mom, my dad, my husband, my wife, my sister, my brother has some form of dementia and we need help. So I want to make sure our caregivers also have the training so they can do the help. They can provide the services.
That's good stuff.
And so the name Nancy, if I remember, our last interview was near and dear to your heart because that was your mother, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I remember.
That was your mom?
She's still alive.
There you go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That
is my mom. I was half right.
Now tell us about that. Yeah. You get 3 of those throughout the hour. Now, tell us about the motivation behind, you doing this particular work, and about your mom.
Okay, so
and shout out to mom. What's her name?
Nancy.
Her name is Nancy. I knew that. I was just playing. Go ahead.
So the motivation. So I shared the story. Prior to starting Nancy's, I served in the Air Force.
Yes. Shout out to you, of course. And thank you for serving our country.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much. So I spent 20 years in the Air Force. And after retirement, my aunt, who is my mom's sister, she got a cancer diagnosis, and she pretty much needed 24/7 care right away. So my mom became her caregiver, and I pretty much assisted her with the caregiving tasks. She eventually passed away from the cancer, and it was shortly after passing away. I was actually attending Roosevelt University because I retired from the Air Force, and I was just kind of like unsure what I wanted to do with my life. So after passing, I remember talking to my tax accountant, and she mentioned to me, we were talking about that next step, right? What you going to do now that you retired from the Air Force? And I really didn't know. I just knew I wanted to do something where I can serve others. I can give back. In my Air Force time, I spent the last 10 years of my career in recruiting service. So I enjoyed helping the young men and women that I recruited in the Air Force. So I just wanted to do something where I can continue to, provide that service before self, as we used to say in the Air Force. So, I retired. My aunt, she, was diagnosed with cancer, needed care. And I pretty much stepped in to assist my mom with her care. Okay. So my mom was her primary caregiver. So she was that first example of a caregiver that I got a chance to witness in action. My aunt eventually passed away. As I said, I was talking to my tax accountant, and she kind of brought up home care. And to be honest, I didn't know what it was. I was like, what is home care? Because I went into the Air Force right after high school. She went in and she was sharing with me what it was, kind of what a caregiver or home care does in the community. So I don't know, it really piqued my interest. I was like, I need to learn or at least do some research on this. So I did. And I just knew right away this is what I wanted to do. So that's kind of where it started. I just did some research and just went from there. I found out how I can apply and then just applied.
Well, thank God for you and all people like you, because we need these types of agencies because Generation X, our loved ones, our mothers, our aunties, our uncles, they're getting up in age.
Hell, some of us.
Especially. And she specializes in dementia care. So remember, Nancy's Home Care. Give them a call, 773-819-6821, or go to www.nancyshomecare.com. Man, Homecare, helping people, touching lives. Now, those pictures you see were done by Passionate Films, by the way. I just want you to know that. Not those, but the ones with her in it and some people in it. Yeah.
The gallery.
Passionate Films.
Yes, the gallery.
Those are all Passionate Films. All right, we're going to take us a quick break.
Have a quick break.
I'm sorry, a quick break.
And you hosting the show with your stutter.
That's okay. I'll be all right. I'll be all right.
So wait a minute, he gonna try to get you. So you already know the 1, 2, 3. We gonna say it's more than radio. Yeah. Then he gonna say, what you gonna say?
I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3. You already know this.
And then he gonna ask a question. Then we gonna say, cause we podcast. That's it.
So it's 1, 2, 3, boom, and then because, boom, right? Because, you guys? Yeah. All right, give us we're gonna be right back, y'all. 1, 2, 3.
It's more than radio.
Because
we podcasted.
So slick. I love it. We'll be right back.
We can go overseas. You be flexing hard on it. That's why I'm working hard to get you in. Cause I love the way you walk, I love the way you talk. Even though you go crazy sometimes, I know you don't mean it, no. Cause you got a heart, you just wanna know. You know I wanna, I can feel your energy, it's in me, you're mine. You're mine. Chocolate dog, you're mine. You're my chocolate dog, you're mine. You're my chocolate dog, you're mine. You're my chocolate dog, my chocolate dog, you're my chocolate dog. You're my chocolate dog, chocolate dog, you're my chocolate dog, you're mine. You're my chocolate dog, you know I wanna, I can feel your energy, it's in me, you're mine. You're mine. It's like coming up in the desert now. I can't believe since you left the town, it's such a drought. Ain't nobody hold it down, and I give it. You're a boss, but you know I got the ground to you. You know I'm coming for you, I'ma try to get you out. Ain't no stopping me, I bring it all the money down. I'm missing you like icing on the cake now. I keep on dreaming you're coming home any day now. You know I wanna, I can feel your energy, it's in me, you're mine. You're mine. Chocolate love. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I like to play. No diggity, no doubt. Play on, play that. Play on, play that. Yo, Trey, drop the verse.
It's going down, fade to Black Street. The homies got at me, collab creations. Bump like agony, no doubt. I put it down, never slouch. As long as my credit could vouch, a dog couldn't catch me. Nothing who could stop with Dre making moves, attracting honeys like a magnet, giving them orgasms with my mellow accent. Still moving this flavor with the homies Black Street and Teddy, the original bump shakers.
See it down, good lord. Baby got them open all over town. Strictly bitch, she don't play around. Cover much grounds, got game by the time. By no means average. It's on when she's got to have it. Baby, you're a perfect 10. I wanna get in. Can I get down so I can? I like the way you work it. No diggity. I got to bag it up. I I like the way you work it. No diggity. I got to bag it up. I like the way you work it. No diggity. I got to bag it up. I like the way you work it. No diggity. I got to bag it up.
She's got class and style, street knowledge by the time. Baby never act wild, very low key on the profile. Catching feelings is a no. Let me tell you how it goes. Herbs the word, spins the verb. Lovers hit curves so frequent to her. Rolling with the fatness, you don't even know what the half is. You got to pay to play just for shorty bang bang to look your way. I like the way you work it, trump tight all day, every day. You're blowing my mind, maybe in time, baby, I can get you in my ride.
I like the way you work it. No diggity. I got to bag it up. I like the way you work it. No diggity. I got to bag it up. I like the way you work it. No diggity. I got to bag it up.
Bag it up, babe.
I like the way you work it. No diggity. I got to bag it up. Hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo. You know that girl looks good. Hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo. Hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo, my kind of girl. Hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo,
Cause that's my peeps, and we roll sheep, flying first class from New York City to Blackstreet. What you know about me? Now don't I'm saying Cartier wooded frame sported by my shorty. As for me, icy gleaming pinky diamond ring. We bees to add this click up for this thing. Ain't you getting bored with these fake boards? Our shows improves, no doubt. So please excuse if I come across rude, that's just me. And that's how a player's got to be. Stay kicking game with a capital G. Ask the peoples on my block, I'm as real as can be. Word is born. Faking moves never been my thing. So Teddy, pass the word to your and Chauncey. I'll be sending a call, let's say around 3:30. Queen Pittman.
No diggity. I got the bag.
Just get it going on.
You've been missing me. I've been missing you. Following me. We gonna get no sleep. I get to me. Together. It's fit complete. We gonna get no sleep. These are running out of my head. I don't really talk about it. I'm loving what you're doing to me. And I don't wanna do that. Day and night, I dream of us doing whatever. But I guess I'll have to wait until that day comes. You've been missing me, I'm missing you. You're finally me. We're gonna get no sleep. I'm getting to be together with you. It's like I'm complete. We're gonna get no sleep. My 48 hours of love. It's gonna be a weekend marathon. So you better get right in my king. Cause I'ma be the queen of insomnia. Stay far away. For every moment we spend together. Cause every second's drop away. Just like forever. You've been missing me. I'm missing you. You're far away. We're gonna get no sleep. Get to be together with you. I'm complete. We're gonna get no sleep.
Don't have time to sleep, but we can dream. So think outside the box. My baby, show me how much you are missing me. I'll read between the lines and dash your hope and rain.
Yeah.
Turn over for you up a little bit. Yeah, that's nice. Just a little more, just a little more, just a little more, yeah. Just a little more, hey, just a little more, yeah. A little more. I go my way, you go yours. You taste real life, I taste yours. Sweet at first, but after a while, too much sugar, they say is bad for your smile. And I wear a frown now, cause I miss real. I miss a warm house and home cooked meals. And you miss junk food, that's why we work. You bring cooked food, and I bring dessert. And meet up at the place that we always do. The one swimming through my mind, that was always you. Our time together has inspired a song or two, or three, or four, or more, me or more. I'm sure either you're the one, or I'm caught in the matrix. Staying up for hours while we talk and get wasted. Not for weed smoke, this cheap wine. Drunk off love, we both feel deep down. But too scared to say, cause we know how this ends. Thinking maybe we be better off friends with benefits. For the moment, this adrenaline got me feeling like a kid again. Butterflies like MJ had to fit it in my schedule.
I'm saying, have you ever had a friend with benefits?
Yeah.
You had a friend with benefits?
I had.
You had, because Kim is watching.
Yeah. That's
Kim.
I had a friend.
You had a friend. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, welcome back to Smooth Sailing with AJ Sand, the show for Generation X right here on My Radio Chicago. That's on the Support District Radio Network. Well, it is what, my people?
More than radio.
Because what?
We podcasting.
Love it. All right. Our special guest, family friend, Felice Searles, CEO and owner of Nancy's Homecare, which is today's show is brought to you by Nancy's Homecare.
You're going to stop calling her guests. You family.
That's right. Helping people, touching lives. Go to nancysHomecare.com. Here's the owner and CEO right here. Welcome back. All right. So, how long have you been in business, Felice?
8.5 years.
Nancy's Homecare has been around for 8.5 years.
Before COVID.
Prior to COVID.
Yes.
Right. How did you survive during COVID? How did that work? Oh, my goodness.
Lots of prayer.
Okay.
But even with COVID, people still needed care. Now, it was challenging. It was very challenging. And I think it wasn't so much finding clients, but the challenge with the clients, of course, COVID, didn't COVID affect the seniors the most, right? So that concern of, who I'm sending to their home. And so a lot of families, I think during that season, they wanted a loved one to be their caregiver. So I think the preferred worker program that the Department on Aging now has, that's when that really, got big, because a lot of families wanted to, they didn't want to see their loved one in a nursing home. Because, of course, what happened with the nursing homes. Business still continued with that. But then when it came to the caregiving piece of it, a challenging part of the caregiver piece, let's just be real. Everybody got some money. You made just as much.
I didn't.
Well,
and I'm a legitimate bit. Okay, that's a whole.
That's another conversation. But a lot of caregivers they got a nice check every month, and it's like, well, why go do that? And plus, of course, with COVID, you didn't want to put your life at risk or your children. So I stayed afloat. Though I'm grateful. Clients still needed the care. So thank God I didn't have any incidents of losing clients during COVID. So we still went through it.
Just Nancy's Homecare, helping people touching lives. All right. So now 8.5 years doing this thing. Not this thing. This healthcare agency. Now, you did this because of the care that your mom gave to your aunt, right?
That is correct.
And was this a dream of yours, or you just wanted to be in business? I understand why you went into healthcare, but were you always interested in being a business person? This is woman, I should say.
Actually, I wasn't. I didn't even think business was a part of my future plans. When I was in the Air Force, I remember towards the end of my Air Force career, my thought was I was going to retire And a lot of veterans, they ended up working for the government.
Thank you for serving our country, by the way.
You're very welcome. So I figured that's what I was going to do. You know, you can get a government job, they pay your benefits, or they use your time served in the military and apply that towards your retirement, right? So that's kind of was my goal. It was really after retirement when I was in a season where I just, being a person of faith and, you know, always in prayer, I just kind of felt the passion and the desire to go into business. But no, I had no clue that I was going to go into business after military. I thought for sure I was going to probably end up working the civil service or going to the VA. I actually called the VA to see how I can get in the VA.
Wow.
She's going to be a Secret Service.
Nah.
Yeah.
Protecting Donald Trump.
Tell us about you. Earlier you said the training center is open and fully operational. You've had bingo over there. You've had some training. Tell us about this training that's coming up.
So August 16th. 2025 is a workshop, and it's called A Guide to Dementia Care, Tips and Strategies for Family Caregivers. And it's basically a workshop. And let me share the reason behind the workshop and how it came about. And how I decided or how the whole dementia care came about. I was in business probably about a year, maybe a year and a half. And when I first started Nancy's Home Care, my vision was veterans serving vets. Being a veteran, I said, I'm going to focus on the VA servicing other veterans. So I did that. And I grew a really nice veteran business. I stayed at the VA, got acquainted with all the veteran organizations. So it was about a year into business. And someone on Facebook, a friend of mine on Facebook, reached out to me and said, hey, I got a friend who dad has dementia. And he, you know, her mom is looking for a caregiver to come in for a few hours in the evening. So I remember prior to that call, I had so many caregivers looking to work in the evenings, right? And it was like 4 to 8. And I mean, that was like the schedule. Multiple. So I said, okay, no problem. So I remember calling around those caregivers that called, and none of them were available. So I was like, well, this was my first, and you know, I was brand new. So this was a private client. So I said, well, I really don't want to let this client go. So long story short, I said, well, I do it. So I met with the wife, and I was basically the caregiver to the husband. But it was at that moment, that's when I got my first glimpse of dementia. He had Alzheimer's. And I was just looking at him like, whoa. And I mean, he needed someone to feed him. He needed someone to help. You had to get him undressed at night, put him on his pajamas, get him ready for bed. And this was a man, I remember looking around, and he had all these pictures up. He was a family man. He was actually a pastor. And to see, you know, the pictures of him, you know, he had a big family, to go from being this, you know, this man of influence to basically needing someone to feed him. And it was just really like, whoa. And when it was time to get him dressed for bed, that's when it really hit me about the disease. I remember I tried to take his clothes off, and he would fight me. His wife would try to do it. He would fight her. Now, he was married to her they were like high school sweethearts, and they were both in their 80s at this point. And she looked at me, I never forget. And she's like, so what we do now? And I looked at her, and I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I didn't know what to do. But that was I don't know. I just said, I need to learn more about this. It really intrigued me. Yeah. So I went home and I started Googling Alzheimer's, and I decided to take some training. I said, you know what? I realized at that point, I can't send any caregiver to work with this type of client. So I just, you know, I wanted to really learn more about it. So I just I've serviced them for a couple months before I was able to bring in another caregiver. So that was my start to dementia. So fast forward, it's like, I really feel like God's calling me now to dementia, because I went from service, and I had some challenges with the VA back then about payment. So I had to kind of let go of the VA. And it seemed like every other call was from someone with dementia. This was before the billboards. I would get a call, and this was private. I want to start working with strictly private now, because, you know, I had some trouble with payment with the VA. So it seemed like every call I got mostly were from people who had some family member with dementia. And I realized from the experience, I can't send anybody. But one thing I noticed when I would go to the homes to talk to the family, I saw one or two things. And most of the people that would call me were African-American families. either they were in denial
Mm-hmm.
that mom, dad had dementia. Yep. They would look me dead smack in my face and say, she ain't got no dementia. She just, you know, she just like that. Or I would sit there and watch, and, you know, mom and daddy be like, you know, I'm going back to Georgia, for example. And they, mommy, you know, you ain't in no Georgia. You know, you live here. So they would like almost fight them. Yeah. Or I saw the opposite, the other extreme, where mom, I mean, diagnosed with some sort of dementia, some form of it. Mom is aggressive. Mom refuses to do anything. Mom just want to leave. Mom, you know, is combative a little bit. And they're just like, look, you need to make her take a shower. You need to make her do this. You need, you know, just like, I don't care what you do. You need to make her do right, basically. And for both, I realized we need education.
Yeah.
We need to know, because it's like a denial of it. Mm-hmm. Even though if I had to go through a checklist, they checked off every box. Or it's like, my mama, you know, just you deal with it. Now, you know, I'm hiring you as a caregiver, so you come in here and make her take a shower. I'm like, well, your mom ain't been in the shower in 5 months. What makes you think I'm going to be able to come in there the first day to put her in the shower? Or they let mom walk around with a sore diaper on. Yep. Or mom is just doing whatever, and they're just like, because they don't know what to do.
So, Felice, what is dementia?
So dementia is an umbrella term, or it basically signifies when there's a cognitive disruption, when there's something going on in the mind that affects the person's mental abilities. You know, it affects their cognitive skills. It can affect their speech. It can affect their communication. It can affect their mobility. It's just a disruption in one's cognitive ability. So it's like an umbrella term, right? Or it's just a main term that signifies a disruption to one's cognitive abilities.
Mm-hmm. Meaning you can forget things regularly, not like every so often, or stuff like tying your shoe or dressing or bathing, those types of things?
Yes. Okay. So I did a training on dementia. So there's dementia versus normal aging.
Okay.
Normal aging, now as we get older, sometimes we get forgetful, right? You may leave your house and realize, darn it, I forgot my phone at home.
I do that now.
Hell yeah.
I do that now.
Yeah. So I mean,
I got dementia.
Yeah, right. It's starting.
No.
So,
okay, go ahead.
But the key thing with normal aging, you forget your keys at home, right? Or you leave out, you forget, you go to the grocery store, that happens to me. And I'm like, darn it, I came in here for one thing and I totally forgot what I came in here for. Mm-hmm. You go back to the car, you're like, oh, darn it.
That's what
it dawned on me. I forgot to catch up. Right. So you go back and get it. That's a part of aging. But dementia is you forget something that is so common. Mm-hmm. So as AJ mentioned, you were the best cook in the house, right? You used to cook. You made the best macaroni and cheese ever. And you totally forget how to make the mac and cheese. Yeah. And you were the person that for 25 years, you did all the mac and cheese. Or you forget, not only do you forget how to use the remote, you forget what the remote is for. Or you forget names. You know, you brought this person into the world and you totally forget their name. So that's where you differentiate dementia from normal aging. Normal aging, you have a disruption, you forget it for a minute, but then it comes, it's nothing, comes back. But when it's time to really look into it, because that's something else, a part of my training, we talk about when is the time to seek help.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because with early stages of it, you'll forget, the person can forget, but then it will come back. But it depends on how often too. Okay. If it's something that happens often.
Is dementia curable?
No.
Let her ask.
I'm just telling you.
Well, here's the deal. There are some dementias that are reversible.
Wow. But I remember when I was in college, I learned that they said dementia is a form of Alzheimer's, but they don't. And I'm going to find that book, but if I'm not mistaken, they said they don't clinically call it Alzheimer's until they pass.
No, that's not the case.
Okay.
Yeah, that was 57 years ago when you were in college. Shut up, John. 57.
Well, dementia here said is the general term for the decline of mental ability severe enough to interfere with daily life, affecting memory, thinking, and behavior. It is not a specific disease, but rather syndromes caused by varying underlying conditions, with Alzheimer's disease being the most common.
Yeah. So like she said, it's an umbrella.
It's an umbrella.
Mhm.
So there are multiple types of dementia. Alzheimer is the most common type. That's the one we hear the most about.
Right.
But then you have a dementia called vascular dementia. You have Lewy body. You got dementia-related HIV. You know, so there's different types. You know, I was researching. There's like 150 different types of dementia.
Wait. There's a dementia-related HIV.
There's alcohol-related dementia.
Of course. Yeah. Okay.
So there's different types of dementia.
For
Now, when I say reversible, most dementia, like Alzheimer, is not reversible. When you get a diagnosis, it's pretty much it's progressive.
Yeah.
So it's gonna eventually get worse. So the type of dementias that we're normally accustomed to are non-reversible. They progress. But let's say, so dementia is an umbrella term. And usually when the doctors don't have a specific type, they'll call it dementia. It could be caused from medication. You know how sometimes you take meds and they tell you the side effects of this med can affect your memory.
Yeah.
You stop taking that meds, guess what? Your memory can come back. Or traumatic brain injury. You're in a really serious accident in the beginning because of a concussion, for example, your short term may be affected. But with therapy and things of that sort, eventually your memory. So that in that moment, that can be considered a type of dementia.
So I walk into the kitchen and go into my room and I forget why I went into my room. Is that normal? Is that normal? I knew he was going to say something stupid. Is that normal aging or is that dementia?
So I'm not a doctor.
For sure.
So of course I can't diagnose you with that. So I would say this, if it happens often, if it's something that you notice, you're a young fella, and there's a such thing as early onset dementia. So if you notice often that you're forgetting while you walked in your room, then I would say go seek, and that's when it's time to maybe go seek medical attention. Or if it's something, you notice certain behaviors that is uncommon for a person. And it's something that you're starting to see more of. The first time, second time, maybe not. But if it's something, because too, with aging and with forgetfulness, sometimes stress can cause that. When I know for me, sometimes when I got a lot on my mind, I'm stressed out because I run a business. You have a life, you have parents, age, and you're dealing with that. Sometimes we can have 101 things going on and we can forget different things like that. So, just do some natural things to see if it helps a little bit. Maybe change your diet,
Well, Mo Green has had this silver beard since we were about 16 years old. Is that dementia? Is that normal aging?
I think that's normal.
Okay,
that's normal aging.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the owner here.
Yes.
She's just such a beautiful thing
Yes.
that's anchored in love, rooted in service, driven by excellence.
That's right.
I like that. Nancy's
Thank you.
Home Care was founded by Miss Felice Searles, a proud United States Air Force veteran
Thank you for serving our country.
who fully served the country for 20 years with a distinguished career in human resource management, training and development, and recruiting. Felice brings unmatched leadership, heart, and discipline. Yes, she does. To the field of home care. Her expertise spans sales, marketing, public speaking, and training, skills that are now fueled by the mission and excellence of Nancy's Home.
She's the best. Nancy's Home Care, helping people, touching lives. Now, listen, yes, you should see her big old billboard over there on 100 and what in Western, 101st, 102nd and Western,
I-57,
I-57,
going north and south.
and then at the train station. Which one?
The metro
The
station.
metro station on 95th.
Yes, you will see her beautiful face all over the place. Sorry.
Thank you so much.
Now, again, this training, when is this training? Because as a matter of fact, tell us when the training is and who should come to this training.
Yes,
You?
please.
Why? I should come? Go ahead.
Because you're just stupid. You just need to know something. No.
Ooh, I ain't say that
just
either.
so unnice to the president. I don't know. But go ahead. What is it?
So this training is held on Saturday, August 16th, 2025.
Right.
And it starts at 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
The address is 10318 Southwestern Avenue in Chicago on the south side. who should be there? So the person I feel, or the intended target for this training is that family caregiver. You got a loved one and you're pretty much the caregiver, the primary, or you can just be a family member of someone caring for a loved one with dementia.
Okay.
And you just really need some support. You need guidance. You like to learn more about dementia. And also you want support. Because so many people that's, caring for a loved one with dementia sometimes feel so alone. They feel like they don't have anybody. And I really want to build a community.
How do people register for this training?
So if you go to my website at nancysHomecare.com.
See it down at the bottom? It's right there. Y'all see it scrolling right there.
Yes, there is a link to register. It said caregiver sign up. And once you click on that link, it'll let you know that you are registering for the dementia care training.
Now, this is open to the public.
It is open to the public.
Is there a fee?
It's a free course. It's a free workshop.
Free.
It is free.
$99. Get out of here.
It is free.
Free $99.
Right here.
Yes.
Not
Drake.
that one.
Not this one?
Not that one.
So you got to get your Vanna White on, man. You got to show the right letter. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So just go to her site, www.nancysHomecare.com, to sign up for this free dementia training.
Go to Homecare Services.
Yep. She's showing Dre Jeff how to navigate through that. Mo Green is going to show you the flyer right there. Just like that. Turn it a little bit this way. There you go. Go a little closer to the camera, man, so they can see that. Yes, that'll be circulating throughout our social media pages. Yes, indeed. You need to attend
where you sign up
this workshop. If you have any loved ones that's dealing with dementia, you should be at this training on August 16th, right?
All right there, TC.
Yes.
That's right. August 16th.
And also, I want to add, if you want to know also, you can just call 773-236-5654, 773-236-5654 to register as well. Or you can send an email at contact@nancysHomecare.com. That's contact without an S, CONTACT, at Nancy's with an S, NANCYS, homecare.com.
Awesome.
I'm going to scan a QR code because I will be in attendance and I will learn these strategies to enhance and further my career in hospitality.
Yeah,
there you go. Passion Films will be there. I don't know if AJ will be there, but Passion Films will definitely be there.
Shave that gray beer off.
I know, man. I know. It's just normal aging. See, I've learned the term. Normal aging. We'll be right back, y'all. 1, 2, 3. It's more than radio. Because
we podcasting.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. We'll be right back, y'all.
Every time I close my eyes, I'm feeling so horny. I can't get you out of my mind. Sexy, you would be all I see. I would give anything to make you understand me. I don't give a damn about nothing else. Freaking you is all I need. Need to
Go for it, but I couldn't go for it. Maybe play with another body, but it will last 'cause I'm a freak. You say so don't buy everything you do. And at night when I close my eyes, I only dream of freaking you. Tonight, your body, baby. Whatever you sorry, baby, no, no. Whatever you want, baby, it will be fine, so fine. Every freaking day, I want you, baby, in every freaking way. Every freaking day, every freaking night, I want to freak you, girl, your body's so freaking tight. Every freaking night, every freaking day, I want you, baby, in every freaking way. Every freaking day, every freaking night, I want to freak you, girl, your body's
I'm so sorry. I just want you to sit down just a minute. Let me talk to you.
Last night we had an argument. You told me you loved me. All the things I said I never meant. No, baby. I didn't mean to make you cry. I didn't mean to make you say bye bye bye. Won't you let me look inside your soul? We make you lose. Let me make you lose control. Be the one. I wanna be the one for you, girl. Baby, just come on. Just come on. Now tell me, girl, what you want from me. Whatever it is you desire, I wanna give my baby. I wanna feel your body all your softest spots. I plan to learn. Baby, won't you
Never wanted to see you cry. So I'm right here now, baby. I'm asking you. I'm begging you. Just give me one more chance, baby.
I'm going to ask a girl to spend the night now. They think you on something.
Ain't
You
you
know, ask a girl to spend the night.
Ain't you on something?
Yes,
Yeah.
spend the night.
Boy, I tell you what, though, I think we need to have these women come over here every Monday because y'all just cutting up today. Y'all singing in perfect harmony and carrying on.
Oh, my goodness. Welcome back
You
to
just mad
Smooth
'cause you
Sailing with AJ Sand, the show for Generation X, right here on my radio Chicago. That's on the Support District Radio Network. But it's what, my people?
More than radio.
Because
We podcasted.
today we have our special guest, our family member, Miss Felice Searles of Nancy's Homecare. You've seen her all over the place, the billboards. She just fine. Just simple as
People,
that.
let me tell you about my best friend. Love me till the end.
Yeah, that's right. All right. So we're back. Let me get into the weather. And we're going to do weather and sports and get back to our special guests because we got a lot to talk about and do. So it's hot, y'all. The summer is hot. And let me just say this. We got to try our best to curb this violence, y'all. We just got to think of other ways to, let's get out that violence, y'all. All right. Today we had a high of 87. Tonight's low will be 65. Tuesday, it's going to be a hot one, y'all. 90 degrees. Wow. Wednesday, 89. We'll have some relief on Thursday with some rain, a 50% chance with a high of 77. Friday, 78, and we'll top the week off at 82. And we'll have an average high of about 87 degrees. Yeah, hot. Hot, y'all. Tonight's tonight's show is brought to you by Nancy's Homecare, helping people touching lives. Nancy'sHomecare.com. That's www.nancy'shomecare.com. Or just give them a call. 761. Sports with Mo Green. You just couldn't wait to do that. I was into my spiel, and you got that's how they do it. You got to go to the end of the spiel and then throw it over. That's right. Yeah, let me do my thing. I'm mixing. That's right. Sports with Mo Green.
All right. Sports will be very short and sweet, just like this ragged ass all-star break. So what we're going to get into the Cubs. Yesterday, and I couldn't believe it, they traveled to New York and they beat the Yankees. They won the series 2-1, and yesterday they won 4-1. Unfortunately for the White Sox, they lost. But hey, this time they only lost by 1 run, 6-5 to the Guardians. Now, like I mentioned, it's all-star break. And the Cubs, they have 3 all-stars. One is Mr. Kyle Tucker. The other is PCA Armstrong. And the other one is the pitcher. I don't know the young boy. I believe last name is Boyd. Now, the White Sox, unfortunately, they didn't have any all-stars. But the Cubs, they pick actually back up Wednesday. No, well, actually, hey, Boston comes to town with the Boston Red Sox take on our Cubs on the north side. And once again, that's our prayer's favorite side. And the White Sox, they return to action this Wednesday as well. Actually, they travel to Pittsburgh where they take on the Pirates. Now, as far as the MLB, yesterday was actually Sunday was the actual the draft. And the Cubs, they went offense. They got the 11th pick was shortstop Ethan Conrad, outfielder Kane Kepley, and right-handed pitcher Dominique Reed. And the the White Sox, they did the same thing. Their first round pick was a shortstop as well, Mr. Billy Carson. Outfielder as well, Mr. Jaden Foskey, and the shortstop as well, Mr. Kyle Lopes. Now we're going to turn our attention to the NBA.
Now, you said it right this time.
Yeah, and that's only because we have guests.
Okay,
but as we all know, it's actually the NDA.
Now, what does NDA stand for?
No Defense Association.
Yes.
So now, as we all know, they're on break as well.
Thank God.
It's the summer league going on, and the number one pick, Mr. Cooper Flag.
He did his thing. I saw that game.
No, hell no.
You don't think so?
The second game. The first game, his ass only scored 10 points, and he was 10 for 21 from the field. But he had a hell of a game yesterday. He scored 31 points on 10 to 17 from the field. But he shut down for the rest of the summer league. And our beloved Bulls are taking on the Pacers. They're underway. It started at 5 o'clock, so that's it with sports. And now back to our lovely guests.
Yes, as always, an eloquent presentation of sports, man. You are doing your thing.
I appreciate you.
You did go to CBS.
Yes, I did.
Shout out to CBS, class of 90. They didn't mess around and said I could host it. So let me tell y'all something right now. Ladies,
church is money.
Ladies, if you are married, and I'm going to put this out there. If you're married, let me know what your name is, because I just know you from when you was in high school with us. I don't want your husbands coming at me talking about, you didn't say my last name. He didn't say that. Tell me what your name is, and we'll be all right.
Hey, we're going to be all right regardless. Just tell us to come see us.
I am your host, yes, for that lovely night. All right, back to our awesome guest, Felice Searles of Nancy's Homecare, helping people, touching lives. And someone said, Mr. Delaney said, this is a symptom or, I won't say symptom, I'll say aging or dementia. He says, I could be looking for my phone while it's in my hand. That's old age, brother man. That's normal age.
Don't mind him. Don't mind him.
Let the cigarettes down.
There you go. As always. All right. So, all right, Felice, we got these. Last year you were on. You were talking about the training center. Now the training center is fully operational. Mm-hmm. You had bingo, which went over very well.
Next week is going to be craps.
Awesome. You're going to have bingo again, and you're having this training coming up. Tell us about this training that's coming up.
So the training is August 16th, and it's called Dementia Care Done Right, Tips and Strategies for Family Caregivers. And the target for this training are family caregivers caring for a loved one with dementia. And pretty much just need some tips, some strategies on how to provide the care. And most importantly, the training is for that family caregiver. Because not only because I'm a proponent of you as a caregiver taking care of yourself. So often family members, they support, they bring so much to their loved one. They do so much to care for their loved one, but they neglect themselves. And in order for you to be able to provide that support to your loved one, you have to make sure that you are equipped and ready, and also in the right health, in the right spirit, in the right mood to do it as well. So I want to also provide strategies on self-care, because we as caregivers can lose ourselves while we're caring for that loved one. And I use this example. When we have a loved one with any kind of care, right? We're going to make sure mom, dad take their medicine. We're going to make sure they get a shower. We're going to make sure we properly feed them. We're going to make sure that everything that they need to live and to thrive, we give it to them. But then we, on the other hand, as the caregiver, especially if we that primary caregiver, we neglect our own health. We don't take our medicine. Our blood pressure is 200/70. We don't take care of ourselves. We let ourselves go, our weight go. So it's so important that as a caregiver that you also take care of yourself. So we talk about that as well in this training, because that is so important. And I want to encourage caregivers to take that time, that respite, to take care of you, even if it's just 4 hours, 3 days a week. For these 12 hours a week, I want to go to the gym. I'm going to do something for me. You need that break.
That's right. That's right. So, Dre Jeff, make sure you shower, okay? Just make sure.
I have a question.
Although you smell pretty good. Go ahead.
For these, for the events that you have, like the bingo and stuff, do you provide transportation to these? Have you gotten that far yet?
I haven't gotten that far yet.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Get y'all butts to bingo. Most of them old folks got the transportation services anyway, right? Like the
pace.
Right.
Okay.
They have all types of like I see when I at work we see all types of vans and stuff. They come pick them up, take them to the doctors and all that stuff.
That's good stuff.
It's hard for because like I said, we work with we call it memory care. And, I see it every day, and some of them talk to me and some of them have different types of memory cares. One lady, she remembers all the songs and everything. And she play bingo and this, that, and the third. But then, she can't remember why she.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I see it every day. It touched me twice in my family. And it's hard.
It is.
It's very, very hard because especially if it's someone you going now when you see them like at this stage in life, you start going back to what they used to be and what you try to keep them engaged. Like me and my mom when my uncle, her brother-in-law, my uncle, he had the dementia, but he would have these moments. And I was sitting there with my mom, and he had this moment of clarity for about 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And he was sitting there talking and, had this clarity, and he remembered everything. And fast as it came, fast.
Absolutely.
That really right there, just like, it's hard. So, you got to have the right person to do this job. Because we do see like people who just, in it for the paycheck, don't want to be that, this, that, and the third. But you got to have the right heart, the right mind, the right spirit.
To be in healthcare.
Sure. Not just for dementia, but just in healthcare, period.
So you've had this business for 8 years, Felice, and now you are a boss, a businesswoman doing your thing. Talk to us about just being in business and how that's been over these last 8 years.
So business, on one hand, I absolutely love what I do. I enjoy the challenge that comes with owning a business. Mm-hmm. I love, I've always been that one that believe in goal setting, right. Giving myself a challenge, and definitely business have kept me on my toes. It kept me in prayer, it helped build my faith. So that's the part of the business that I personally enjoy. But I always say business is not for the faint at heart.
Mm-hmm. I can't see it, Georgia. Yes.
Yeah, it can be challenging too.
Right.
It can definitely be challenging. One of the things that I've had a few people that reached out to me within the last couple of months that expressed an interest in starting a home care agency, which is what I do. And they want to know, how do I go about getting started? So when I ask them, well, why do you want to do this? The first thing they say, well, I get so many calls from people who talk about how they don't like their caregivers. And I just, I want to be able to provide great caregivers. And I just want to do this and that. And I always share, I'm like, that sounds simple. I think majority, now there's people who are doing this for the money. But majority of people, when they go into this type of work, I would hope that they go in with the inspiration to help others. But when you're dealing with people, you're dealing with people with different agendas, it can be challenging. I always say you got to know your why behind it, because even now it's up and down. Some months, like it's really great now, but there were times when I was just like, Lord, where are the clients, Then when I had clients looking for caregivers, guess what? I didn't have caregivers ready to work. So it's almost, in this business, that's the most challenging part, because so many people who they may call you, they'll blow up my phone. Then the moment you get them a job or a client, they disappear. So
we don't want you at Nancy's if you're that person.
If that's you, don't call. Because we will, if no call, no show. But yeah,
she will fire you.
I will fire you quickly,
and we'll be nice about it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
She thinks she's gonna be nice. Get out.
So being in business, of course, like they always say, the first 5 years or so is the rough part of that. You went through that.
I went through that.
Yeah.
I went through the challenges of the first 5 years. I had a plan. One thing I always emphasize when any kind of business, whether it's home care, you want to do trucking, you want to do any kind of business, you got to start with a plan. I call it the vision plan, your business plan. So many people, they have great intentions to want to start a business, but then they don't really count all the costs. They don't really look at the big picture, the why behind it, and also the financial costs. And the reason why a lot of businesses fail within the first 5 years is one or two reasons. They either don't have the clients or they run out of the money. That's if you talk to entrepreneurs, or even once you get into business and let's say you get it started, but it's hard to scale because you don't have the money or you don't have enough of the clients. So the business plan is what I always encourage people to start with. It kind of lets you know, it makes you do your research of your industry. You need to know your industry. You need to know what it looks like, what that costs to get started in business.
Right.
And the why behind it.
Good stuff. Delaney says, I'm young old, I'm only 40 and no left-hand cigarettes for me. That is so awesome. All right. So now with this training and things like that, what do you have coming up after? What's next for Nancy's Homecare? Let's just go there.
So, of course, we are expanding. So we are definitely trying to, put our footprint in the south suburbs. We right now primarily focus on the south side of Chicago, but we are branching out into the south side. So we actually have another location in the Hickory Hills area, which covers that area. So that's one thing. But we're also looking at adding home health. So right now we are a non-medical home care agency. So we provide non-medical tasks, but I want to add home health services, which would include physical therapy, for example, occupational therapy. So that would be the next move for Nancy's.
Okay.
So do you see more people coming to you or businesses like you than going into like a nursing home?
Yes, I do. But one thing with what I do is the cost. One of the challenges right now, especially, so just to give you a background, to receive my type of services, it is paid for by the Illinois Department on Aging. So if you meet a certain criteria, financial, if you fall under a certain amount, then the Department on Aging can cover possibly the services. Also, this service is provided through the Medicaid program. So if your loved one or the person that needs it is receiving Medicaid benefits, but even with that, they still have to meet a certain income threshold for that. If they do, then they possibly can qualify for home care services. The majority of the people, like if you work a job, let's say you get in retirement every month. You may not hit that retirement, that financial threshold, which probably will make you ineligible. So there's a whole lot of people right in that middle category that do not qualify for this type of service. So that's where the challenge comes. Of course, they don't want to go to a nursing home. They want to have the care at home. But financially, they can't afford it. So a lot of what I'm seeing, though, is more family members needed to take time off work or quit their job in order to care for their loved one, to avoid putting their family in a nursing home. It's really right now, I think it's more so the economy of what's going on in the world more than anything. People are kind of apprehensive because they don't know. With Medicaid cuts, it's affecting a lot of people as well. With budget cuts, of course, they're talking about cutting Medicaid. That may cut services that we provide as well.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, what we going through now, whatever. Yeah, it's crazy.
So I have a test, and this test is all about, you're going to answer the question. It's either old aging or dementia. All right, so you have to know the difference. This is pretty educational. All right, I'm going to start with Mo Green. All right. Going into a room and forgetting about why you go into that room. Old aging, normal aging, or dementia?
Well, it all depends. It's 7 days in a week. If you go in that room more than 4 times, then I think it would be dementia or early signs. But if it's 1 or 2 out them 7 days, then leave them left-handed cigarettes alone. But no, I just be old age.
All right. Kim is in the studio audience. This is a Kim. You might not know who she is. You can hear her voice. She's not going to come on camera. And I'm going to ask her a question. Normal aging or dementia?
Morella. Is that normal age? No, I'm just kidding.
And you said his whole name. All right, now, normal aging or dementia. Being a chef for 20 years and forgetting all your recipes, is that normal aging or is that dementia? In your mind, the Jeopardy clock is going in your mind. Normal aging. Oh, dementia. Is it dementia? Dementia. Yes, correct. That is dementia. Right, Felice? That's right. Like, because you said earlier.
So this is what I would say, AJ.
Yeah.
Before, that's when it's time to seek a doctor.
Okay.
Okay. Because we don't know. However, those are some signs that it may be dementia. Those are, we talked about normal aging, but when you've been a chef and all of a sudden you totally forget the recipes that you've been doing over and over, that's when I would say, Mom, Dad, it's time to seek medical attention.
All right. Dre Jeff, question for you, sir.
As Mo Green would say.
As he takes his glasses off, looking to the camera. All right. You refuse to bathe. Is that normal aging or is that dementia?
Hell, I might be drunk that night. No. If it's levels to that, because it's like if you fighting them, that could be dementia. If you fight them, I don't want to take a bath because I took a bath yesterday and you didn't take a bath yet, but that's in your mind. Yeah, that could be dementia. Now, like I said, I might have been drunk that night. I'll do it in the morning.
Okay. And let me say this, ladies and gentlemen, we are not making fun of this at all.
No.
We're just having moments where it's okay to smile, but we're not making fun of it. So don't be saying, they was talking about it. It's okay. Mm-hmm. It's okay. All right. I'm going to go back to Kim. Here you go. No, I'm going to go to Felice on this one.
Yes, the expert.
The expert on dementia. Now, forgetting to tie your shoe, is that dementia or is that a form of aging?
So I'm going to go with Dre on that.
Okay.
It really varies. It can be a sign of old age, but then it could be dementia. If you forget the purpose of the shoelace, for example, you don't know why you got shoelaces in your shoes, right? That's teetering on dementia. But you know how sometimes you're like, look, leave my shoes alone.
Yeah.
I want to tie my shoes.
Yeah.
I want to walk around with my shoes untied.
Stick them in my
that could
shoes.
just be, look, leave me alone. I'm going to do what I want to do. So it really depends.
Feet hurt.
My feet hurt. Exactly.
My feet hurt. I don't want my eye, leave me alone.
Yeah.
So, but if you kind of, you're not tying up because you don't really know, it's like a kid, right? Going back to, reverting back to infancy, you don't know why you got to tie your shoes, the purpose of it. Then that's when I would say, you know what? It's time to go. I'm going to write this down, put this in my journal because I need to let the doctor know. My mom, who always, of course, she tied her shoes all her life. Now she's refusing to tie her shoes.
Or refusing to eat.
Or refusing to eat. Or refusing now to shower. Because it's layers to it.
It's layers, yeah.
And it could be other reasons why that is happening. So that's when you need to go seek medical.
Yes.
When it's okay, say that again. When is it important to go seek that medical attention?
When you notice behaviors that is out the norm.
Yeah.
It's when it's repetitive.
When it's repetitive. For example, we'll use the whole checkbook. Now, if you were one who never challenged or who never balanced your checkbook, and then all of a sudden you're not balancing your checkbook, you just never did it. So you 80 years old, you forget, you can't say, well, mama don't know how to balance a checkbook. She never knew how to balance. She's been bouncing checks all her life. That's not dementia. It's like she just never did it. However, if you were an accountant and you were the one in the family that kept your checkbook balanced, now all of a sudden you forget or you don't remember or you just refuse, you don't do it. That's when I would seek medical. I would document it and let my doctor know this is what I'm noticing. These are the changes. Another thing, too, if a person becomes very withdrawn,
I was just about that.
You know, they went to church every Sunday, sung in the choir. All of a sudden, they don't want to go anymore. You know, that these are some things, and I think so often we don't pay attention to that, right? Mama just, she just don't want to go to church now, or mama just, cooking. Now she burning everything up in the house. Where she used to cook all the time. So that's when it's time to document. And when you go see the doctor, or maybe schedule that doctor to see what's going on. But we don't do it. We just kind of blow it off because it ain't, she ain't hurting herself.
Right.
But then we wait till it progresses, right? And then when we see those obvious, because in the early stages of dementia, though, it's not something that happens every day, all day. It may come, it may go, it may come, it go, it come and go. And sometimes it can be so subtle where if you're not really paying attention, you're not going to notice it. It's usually when it gets to the mid stage where now it's like, something's going on. This ain't normal. This is not something mom used to always do. That's when the light bulb go off, right? But then when it gets to the later stages, usually when they call me for care. Now mom is walking out the house at 8:00 at night in her pajamas. And you're like, okay, now that's when it's like something's going on. But if you really peel back the onion, it's probably was going on for the last 5 years, but you never really paid attention, or it was to the point where, mom is, because she's 80.
Yeah.
She's old, mama's getting old now. So this is just a part of aging. So that's why it's so important to know the difference between normal aging and dementia.
Okay. Mo Green, Kim and I are having a conversation. We're talking about things that may have happened at school, and then all of a sudden I start to say, I was over there around the corner and I saw them guys and I shot 2 of them and they ran and I never saw them again. Is that normal aging or is that dementia?
That's normal aging.
So why you say it's normal aging?
Because I said so. No, I would say it's normal aging because it happened a long time ago. It wasn't current. And I'm not a doctor, but I would just say dementia, like I said, is something that's current where you didn't, over time, you see what I'm saying, you didn't forget or whatever, but that was so long ago, you see what I'm saying? So,
is there a fine line, Felice, between that, or are there clear signs? Or normal aging and dementia?
I think there are clear signs.
Okay.
Okay.
Kim is, agreeing with that.
There's definitely, you're going to know. It's like I use this as an example, right? Everybody like to throw the word narcissist out. Somebody is toxic.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You that person toxic, the relationship, that person's a narcissist. But if you've been in a narcissistic type relationship, or you know what a true narcissist, you know the difference between just a crazy toxic person and a true narcissist. You're going to know. So it's kind of the same. You're going to know when it's truly like there's something really going on versus there's just, it's a sign of normal aging. Okay. Like I said, it could be, something that happened once or twice. But in the beginning stages of it, I think this is where the confusion comes with a lot of families. It's not something that you probably see it once or twice and then everything is back to normal, So it's like, okay, well, I noticed the change and it was happening for a couple months, but then all of a sudden now everything is back to normal. So we kind of blow it off like, okay, well, maybe it's just something they were going through. But that's when it's key to be paying attention as well, to watch out for those changes, to see what's really going on. Because truthfully, in the beginning stages, they can carry on life like normal. It could be some subtle changes going on in the mind, but it may not be really obvious to us right away. And they go to bingo, they go to church, they, live life. They may, occasionally not, but overall they can continue to live a regular life. But it's usually when it starts progressing and now you notice it more, it's more obvious now. It's not just subtle. It's really obvious that, okay, now there's something going on.
That's when they call.
That's when they tend to call me, because now it's like, getting dressed. Something as simple as getting dressed. Combing hair. Brushing teeth. Brushing teeth. Getting into a shower by themselves. They can still get into the shower, but it's not even fighting. It's just being able to remember how to do it.
Okay. One more, old aging or dementia. I wake up in the morning and I just start aching. Is that dementia?
That's old. You just old.
Clearly, that's old age.
That's
All right.
get you a better mattress.
Here we go. This or that. We're going to start off with Kim over there. You can't see Kim, but you can hear her voice. I'm going to start off with you. Skydiving or scuba diving? Kim.
Skydiving.
Mo Green. Great hair or great teeth?
Gray hair.
Great hair or great teeth? We already know you're gray, man.
Great hair. Hell, of course. Of course.
Felice, middle part or side part?
Oh, Lord. You know I like the side part.
All right.
Of the pizza, right?
Dre Jeff, camping or luxury hotel?
Luxury hotel.
I kind of thought you would say
Camping. Yeah, so did I. You got me with that one.
No, luxury hotel. This ain't Little House on the Prairie. I live in water and electricity. No, what you talking about?
For the ladies, stilettos or ballet flats?
Woo!
Stilettos.
Kim says stilettos. How about you, Felice?
I like stilettos. I go with that.
Okay.
Damn, and so do I.
I like
don't wear
stilettos too. Oh, my Lord. Okay.
Sure.
Phone call or text for the president? I like phone calls.
Phone call.
Texting is ambiguous. It can be taken a certain way. If you call me, at least you can hear what I'm feeling. Right?
And you answer the phone.
All right. Kim, book smart or street smart?
Oh.
You gotta pick one or the other. I get it though. I get it.
Book smart.
nerd.
Book smart. Yes. You was a nerd in high school. All right.
Yes.
Mo Green, mountains or the beach?
Shit, the mountains.
You
want
want
to
to
be? Hell yeah.
Why?
I'll tell you off there.
Felice, big bash or intimate gathering?
Intimate gathering.
Okay. Manny or petty? Mo Green.
Oh, you already know. Shit, a pedicure.
Cats or dogs? Kim.
Dogs.
Halloween or Valentine's? Felice.
Valentine.
Shaving or waxing? Dre Jeff, I left that for you on purpose.
Shaving.
You sure about that?
Positive.
Handwritten or typed? Kim.
Handwritten.
Why? I can't read half you. Y'all can't even write. Go ahead.
More intimate.
More intimate handwriting?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yes.
Okay. Dre Jeff, carpet or hardwood?
Hardwood.
Last one. Felice, roller coaster or Ferris wheel?
Roller coaster.
You are an adventurous person. I know that. I know this. All the stuff you
Roller coaster.
Yes. All right. We're gonna, we're gonna just go on straight through. Now, the lady said that's Mr. Arthritis. When you get up in the morning and start aching, that's Mr. Arthritis. Yes, thank you. And I appreciate all the comments, y'all. We're gonna take one more break. And come back, and we're gonna say our shots out, and Felice is gonna tell us what's happening next with Nancy's Home Care. Because 1, 2, 3,
It's more than radio. We podcasting.
That sounds so dope. We'll be right back.
Yeah, you came over to good.
It was good. It was really, really long. The longest flight ever. Probably. What? 15 minutes? Excuse me, sir. Let me just stop. I see it clear, my heart is here. We got each other, let's take it from there. If I could, I'd love you up forever and time. What we've been through, no one else knows. 'Cause all that matters is how far this goes. And it will go until it starts again. Oh, yeah, and you, I feel like I'm mine. Nothing can stop love. You know I'm not asking for much, just a couple of I'm the only one, you're the only one. I'm talking about forever. Just a couple of forever. I'm the only one, you're the only one. Together forever. Ooh, it can get hard, then it gets rough. It can get crazy, but for us, we gotta struggle just to stay alive. Oh, me and you are good like mama. Nothing changed. Yeah, let me ask you for much, just what you're Can you feel? Can you see? It's so blinding that
Not just one, a couple. I just did an original song. See, you are a hater. I'm always kidding. I'm Generation X. Been around my climbing on the stairway. Oh my goodness. Welcome back to Smooth Sailing with AJ Sand. The show for Generation X right here on my radio, Chicago. That's on the Support District Radio Network. Where's Swubby? More than radio. In the studio with our family, our special guest. She's just all of that. Miss Felice Searles of Nancy's Homecare, helping people touching lives. www.nancysHomecare.com or 773-819-6821. I didn't even have to look. I know it's. I know it.
You said it every week. You should.
Sometimes I stumble over it because
you stutter over your own feet.
I think that's just normal aging. There you go. Normal aging. All right. We have been having a great time with Felice, and I tell you, she's a delight every time she comes here. And Felice, who you want to shout out? Who you want to give notice to? People you've been working with for your company? Just you do your thing. Go ahead.
First and foremost, I want to give honor to God.
Amen.
Yeah. I wouldn't be here without him. I take no credit for absolutely nothing. I don't. Secondly, my mom, who is still with us. A lot of times when I say Nancy, they think, "Oh, that's so sweet." I'm like, no, she's still here. She's probably watching it from the living room.
Yes, I like to meet her. Hey, Mom, can I meet her one day?
She'll be there Wednesday.
Yes.
And then, my amazing team.
Oh yeah,
I have an absolutely amazing team. I couldn't do this without them.
You should do. Especially that April. She don't mess around. April is one of the big heads over there. She don't. That's bodyguard. No. She's the Felice. What's April?
She's the VP of operations.
The VP of
operations. She be putting me in my place.
No, I'm talking about checking everybody.
She
checks
does.
everybody.
She's like, no.
What's up? I be scared to talk to her sometimes. You know?
That picture didn't look right.
No, it was your entire team. Everyone is so awesome. I love working with you and your team and the agency. It's just the best. That's Passionate Films, not AJ Sand. Well, okay, AJ Sand. All right, so this is the time of the program where we have to kind of get out of here, and we do our shouts out. I'm gonna start out with our Speaker of the House, Mr. Mo Green. Hey, Kim, I see you over there. Kim Payne, not Yo Kim.
Kim, right.
And I'm saying her whole name because she went to CBS. That's right.
I'd like to give a special thanks, of course, to the 7 Gs, my 5 grandkids. My mom, my sister, and a special shout out to my baby girl, Janiyah. Thank you, baby. You already know what it is. And to her boyfriend, Jeremiah. And to the beautiful and lovely KLP for blessing her with her presence. She in the background. You can't see her, but you can definitely hear her.
Yeah.
Say something, sweetie.
Chicago Vocational. CBS in the building. Y'all can come kick it with me. Y'all know that.
With her goo
back.
So that's it for me. BT.
Yes, sir. We gonna say Felice. She went already. Okay, Drake.
That's old age.
That's old age.
That's old age. That's old age.
Look, I'm glad y'all got it now. See,
Yeah, we
look,
got it. We learned something today.
I'm glad y'all
Straight up.
got it.
Straight up.
Hey, I think you need to be at that.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there in some form.
Should open the door.
Yeah.
You know? You gonna get that shit.
Right. I'm gonna piggyback off Miss Felice here. As I say every time, I want to thank God, giving us this chance. Whatever we can't fix today, we'll get a chance to wake up tomorrow and do it. Shout out to my family, my friends, people out here, and on TV land, or however you want to say it.
TV land.
YouTube land.
So
but I didn't forget though.
That's right.
Shout out to my men's right here, Mo Green, AJ Sand. We corrected 39 and still counting.
86, yeah.
39 and still counting. I'm just blessed to have y'all as my friends, one of my long-term friends, a few of my long-term friends, not a lot, but a few. You, AJ, for giving me a chance and being there, Mo. If you know, you know.
Yep.
If you know, you know. So it's all good or whatever. So see y'all next week and all that. Go ahead, Mr. Press.
So, Felice, I have a question for you. You do not have to answer this. This is coming from a fan. I don't know what's his problem, but he wants to know if you're single and available. You do not have to answer that question.
I'm gonna answer for hell no. Now that's Big Brother talk.
Hell no. Do us first. Ain't no messing around. So
hell no.
Hell no. All right.
No.
Shout out to you all. We do this because of you. I hear all of the people calling me and texting me and inboxing me about the show, and we love you. I love you for that, for being fans. That's just awesome. Dre, Jeff, Mo Green, you guys are a complete addition to what we're doing here. Shout out to Felice. She is one of, if not the main contributor.
Thank you
Smooth
so
Sailing with
much.
AJ Sam, the show for Generation X. I'm going to be yelling Nancy's
Thank
Homecare,
you.
and so
Thank
I can't yell it no more. And don't forget about that training that's coming up on the 16th. Just go to www.nancyshomecare.com to get that information about the upcoming training and bingos and all the other stuff that she has happening, including hiring. She is hiring for caregivers.
Serious increase only, please.
Please.
Thank you
coming
so
in
much.
on that nonsense, so you ain't working for Nancy.
Absolutely.
But shout out to you. Shout out to my mama. You're the strongest woman I know. Love you so much. Shout out to you and all of y'all that's contributing. All right. We'll be back next week. Our special guest, comedian Marlon Mitchell, will be in the building. That's going to be hell to tell.
We might have to start an hour early.
Oh, my God. That's
We might have to start an hour early.
I can't even get it out. That's going to be an awesome show. Man. So we'll be back next week, y'all. 1, 2, 3.
It's more than radio.
Because
we podcasting.
Hey, Kim. See y'all next week.
Shut up.
Both Kim and your Kim.
Shut up.
KLP
In the house. We out.
See y'all next week.